I met ZenArcher once.
Good morning, afternoon, evening, as case may be in your part of the world. For those of you who don't know me, I'm ZenArcher.
Well, I met Zen once.
Hey, kid!
Because I never thought of him as ZenArcher. I didn't follow him on YouTube. Yeah, I'm sure that in that first year I was there, from 06 to 07, I'm sure I caught some of his vlogs, but I never followed him. I didn't tune into his radio program, any of that streaming stuff. You know, that just wasn't my cup of tea. I may have interacted with him somewhat at live video. That doesn't even stick with me. My connection with Zen always has been vloggerheads. And you know, to say that I met him just once, I'm not even sure how accurate that is. Because like a lot of people who saw just a couple of his videos or even followed him, all it took was those couple of vlogs and you felt like you knew him. He had that unique Zen style, a smooth way of talking. His vlogs might be lengthy at times, but he never minced any words, always got his point across on many topics. Vitally important things to him, or just what was going on recently in his life. Things on the internet, what he'd been making lately. He would make musical instruments, and some of those were pretty cool. You know, I think about it, I don't know if I ever missed a Zen vlog on Vloggerheads. So I suppose you could say I followed him, you know, just not on YouTube. Another way that I knew Zen was through TalkBox. That was a video chat forum. And the sessions that I was in were ones that he was frequently in. There was something going on just about every night of the week. Some people would be in there every night for even for 5 minutes, for a couple of hours. Zen was a regular. And he might be there for a month or two at a time and then gone for a few weeks and then back again. And Zen on camera there was no different than Zen on camera in a vlog. He liked to talk. Sometimes it could be annoying because you couldn't get a word in edgewise because he wanted to get his point across. He liked to debate, and he would. And sometimes it would get to the point where he was just turning your words around, you know, just to make it sound like you were agreeing with him. Whether that pleased him or what, I don't know. You know, some would say that he was a devil's advocate, and you know, I wondered about that sometimes. Yeah. Zen and TalkBox. He could be intolerant of people sometimes, heavily biased, which could make him intolerable at times. When it came to people and Zen, they either liked him and praised him or got to the point where they would have nothing to do with him because he could push buttons. And he made no excuse for it. You know, he'd be no excuses for the way he was. It was Zen. That was part of the package. And no excuses for his life either. You know, he lived his life the way he wanted to. Yeah. But in all those sessions, that's the thing about video chat. You get to know someone, that whole face-to-face thing. And when I met him in Cleveland in 2010, it was Thanksgiving weekend. It was like meeting an old friend. You know, just like any friends, you know. You don't always agree with what they have to say. That doesn't mean you can't spend some really good quality time with them. And it was 2 hours very well spent. Breakfast in a diner. It was a good time. And it was clear that the people there knew him. You know, he was a people person. He was. One of the topics that he talked about, if not in vlogs, maybe it was in TalkBox, but he would show some of the instruments that he would make. You know, like the flutes, or I think it was didgeridoo. He had a 4 or 5 foot section of bamboo, 3 inches across. You know, so it was good size and impressive enough that it was an instrument, but the intricate carvings that he would put on them. You know, each segment of the bamboo, he would put a different design, and either they would flow one into the other, or they would mesh or complement. And I was impressed with that. And I'm thinking maybe I said something to him on the phone about it because he had one there and he showed it to me. And to see that in his hands, to see it up close, it was pretty cool.
There it is.
The Art of Zen. That looks cool. I like that.
I was really pleased with the way it came out.
Yeah.
I think this bottom design is my favorite.
Yeah.
Monkey paws are a close second.
It came out nice. I was impressed. A lot of time and effort and quality. It was cool. It was. Another thing he used to kayak about was vlogging. Another thing he used to vlog about was kayaking. Now, kayaking is something that I thought off and on about doing for years. Never got around to it. I didn't feel like I didn't think I had any way to transport a kayak. Yeah, like 25 years ago, I had a Blazer. I used it to haul a boat. Okay, so I had a boat and a truck, so yeah, that worked out. But when I got rid of those, you know, I just never thought I was going to get around to it. Something I would never do. Zen showed me, stupid way to think. Let me show you what I do. And yeah, I think he probably showed it in vlogs, so I knew about it. So he had that ready to show me too. Took a 3/4 inch to 1 inch PVC pipe, like water tubing, together with connectors with pool noodle wrapped around it. Put that on the roof of his car, put the kayak down, and strapped it to his bumpers really tight, and that cushioned it. So once he showed me that pool noodle and what he did with it, yeah, I went out and bought a kayak. What can I say? And I've been transporting my kayak like that ever since. So, yeah. He told me he came here in his kayak. He didn't come here in his kayak. Well, unless his kayak has tires.
I didn't. I actually came floating on pool noodles.
I have one other remembrance from Zen. He would try to sell, well, he would sell things online to take advantage, you know. That's what the internet's there for. You know, use it. And he would make the instruments, or like sun catchers, that sort of thing, and he would sell those. And he would sell other smaller things that I wasn't even aware of. You know, maybe like USB drives or water bottles. Never knew it. And we were partying, and he said, "Ken, you are going to get a kayak. And when you get your kayak, you're going to need a water bottle. This is one of the things that I handle. And I want you to have it." And he gave me this water bottle. It's aluminum. It's not double-walled, so it's not insulated, but it's great. I fill it with ice and then cold water, and it's good for a couple of hours, cold water. So I take that with me every time I go kayaking. And when I pull it out, I think of Zen. Yeah. So who knows, you know, if you can stomach one of my kayak vlogs. Maybe they'll remind you of Zen. Ciao. Be well.